Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and fans of some quality America's Dota. This is the Summit 2 by G2A.com, and we're in game number 2 of this best-of-3 series between the HotHands Hand Warmers and Team Leviathan, formerly known as Flipside Tactics NA. Beyond the Summit, bringing you the coverage, I'm Coddle Guy. Joining me again is Mr. Kevin, also known as F4L. Last game, that ended pretty quick. What the hell went wrong, F4L?
I mean, they just didn't show up that game. They made a lot of mistakes in their tri-lane, then just sort of snowballed out of control.
Maybe they were playing with their elbows. Now they're now they're looking to get.
Certainly looked like it.
No, it probably wasn't the exact game plan they were hoping for, in all honesty. So hopefully they can shake that off and really come back. And tell me though, as a player, because I don't have this kind of experience, when you're going to a best-of-3 series like that, and let's say first game you just get your ass beat like that, what do you do to prepare for the next game, to shake it off and mentally be ready to just kind of move past and get for game number 2? Give me your player insight.
I think it depends how you lose the game. So if you lose and you think it's because of picks, like that's real easy to fix, right? But if you lose and you think it's because, you know, you made some mistakes, but you usually don't play like that, then, I mean, you can also, basically you just have to like figure out what you did wrong the previous game and then just sort of forget the last game.
All right.
And just say, look, we got to win 2 games in a row and then we're in, right?
All right, guys,
I mean, that's
we got to do it. Let's just keep our chins up. Don't trip, Chocolate Chip. We got it. So let's hope HotHands can keep their hands nice and warm and not get the cold chills in the second game because, well, their tournament life is on the line here in the qualifiers. If they want to dream of moving on to the big stage in the Summit, they're going to have to put out a pretty good performance here. But Team Leviathan looked pretty strong in that last one, and we'll just find out if it was more based on the draft or just maybe these guys have come into a new element or looking rather strong. Because, yeah, reminder, last time they met, it was HotHands who came out on top, but they want revenge, and they're looking pretty good right now. So looking at the draft at hand here, no surprises. HotHands, they get rid of that Death Prophet, and now they don't want anything to deal with that Brew. He put on a clinic, and we just have had enough. So they ban out the Brew, and they pick up the Vengeful Spirit Wraith King, and on the side of Leviathan, they get rid of the Centaur once again. Skywrath Mage, Shadow Shaman's got to go, and this leaves the opportunity for a Razor and a Jakiro.
Yep, and I'm still shocked at the like complete disregard for this Terrorblade hero. I just think maybe they haven't practiced with it, but I don't know. This hero is just so strong. I don't even think you have to be that good with it. I think it's just
10 seconds
amazing hero.
I
mean, I've already said what I think
one of the
about
few
it,
reasons I feel that maybe they're not, maybe they just don't feel practiced. Maybe they're just like, okay, this game really matters, and I don't know how confident we are in one of our Terrorblade picks. You know, it's been rumored that for someone like Eternal Envy, he had used an alternate account or hid his Dota buff to really drill some Terrorblade play before he came into the WAC, right when the the WCA, right when the patch did drop. So he was rip-roaring and ready to go to play Terrorblade. But for some of these other players, they just probably didn't even care for the hero. They didn't really give it much attention. But now that they see how good it can be, I would imagine more teams are going to start trying to squeeze him into their lineup and really start drilling them. So. But for now, they're both going to ignore it. They're also going to ignore like the other top picks that we used to see, like your Lycan. These teams also don't really like to play Batrider, which I think is weird. On the eastern side of Dota, they love Batrider, but I don't see it a whole lot.
Yeah, we love Bat too, actually.
Yeah, how come we're not seeing Bat here?
It's really good.
It's a good hero. Other teams, they like.
I've actually noticed that teams that aren't as good, they don't prioritize Bat as much. I've actually just like noticed that, like. I don't know what it is. Like maybe it's just it's actually a really hard hero to play and use like in a team setting. I don't think the hero necessarily mechanically is that hard to play, like just play it. But I think it's like kind of hard to use in a team setting, but maybe they just don't feel comfortable using the hero. I'm sure that's just what it is cuz I think it's one of the better offlane heroes right now.
Yeah. He was guaranteed like first pick, first ban during like TI3, and then he fell off a bit because teams just favored other offlaners first, and then he crept his way back into like first priority, and as of recent has definitely been more first priority. But on these couple of games, people just don't care, and I would agree with you. Maybe they just don't have a personal preference or player skilled enough or confident enough to play it. So they're not going to opt for it just yet. HotHands grab up the puck, which if the right hands can really do some serious work. You know, I hate to keep it going to this team as an example, but yeah, Cloud9 again. Fata is a great example of someone who can really put on a clinic with the puck. And puck did receive a small tweak in the recent patch with the Agnum Scepter, but we don't see normally Agnum Scepter grab. Maybe more as a luxury item. But hey, I mean, F4L, look at this. We got puck and we got Vengeful Spirit. You know, if you got BKB holders on the side of Leviathan, you can drop down. That's what I'm talking about, baby. You drop down the Agnum's coil, you get the free swap on that BKB, and next thing you know, he gets stunned regardless. That's a fun little funky combo.
I think it's like 5-second swap or something.
It's a big deal.
Level 16.
I don't think it doesn't show me exactly what it is.
I mean, 5-second stun.
It's good. And on a BKB hero, that's fantastic. Maybe it could be your Razor, for example. So, I don't know. It's a corny combo, but it's something that is available to them if they go for it. And I really like the Vengeful
Certainly be interesting to see.
We'll have to see, indeed. And one thing I always think of is when you have the benefit of a Vengeful on your team, maybe you can go for something like an LC. You know, since you don't have to worry about the Vengeful being on the other side. I don't know if they play the hero or not, but Legion Commander has been popping up more and more. But here we go. A Medusa. I think we saw Medusa in the first game we got to cast together, right? What was it?
Did we? Oh, yeah, we did.
And that did formidable work. Yeah,
they had Medusa PA. That's right.
Oh, it was Tengen then. It was.
Against Spectre, yeah, it was Tengen.
It was Team Tengen. It didn't work out for them, but they put on an admirable effort, if I remember right. But she also ventured away from doing like your Lincoln's kind of a build. It was just more push towards getting that farm and hope to come back.
Yeah, it was kind of an odd build. And then she went Mjolnir.
Yeah. Which I could see that working, though. That's pretty good. That's more damage output for someone who ideally would love to focus Medusa, but Medusa at the same time is like, go ahead, focus me, eh? Bring it on. I don't care. I'm ready to go. But you know what I also got to counterback her is the Crimson Guard. Remember that? I'm feeling the Crimson Guard, maybe. It's one of the few heroes I think it actually works with.
Yeah, against,
Yeah, against, of course. The split shot.
It's so hard to like pick a hero that can go Crimson Guard because you have to rush it, right? And then most of the heroes that would want Crimson Guard want a Blink Dagger. So like Bristleback is like the only hero that comes to mind to me. That Crimson Guard just makes complete sense on, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that, and it looks like they are not going to go with that as an offlaner. They're going to go for the Tidehunter again, so they're going to revisit it. This time they'll be on the Dire side, using him in the offlane, I would imagine, and what looks like potentially a mid-lane puck, which we don't get to see a whole lot of these like fancy-dancy kind of skill heroes in the mid lane anymore. I've said it a couple times, but your pucks, your quaps, more of the old formidable 1v1 kind of heroes that are more flashy and high mobile heroes. It's been replaced by your Death Prophets, your Dragon Knights, and more core heroes or PAs or what have you. But it looks like HotHands are revisiting that idea here, and we'll see if it ends up working out for them. And for Leviathan, they go right back towards that Disruptor, who we thought was situational, but you know what? It did pretty good work in that aggressive tri-lane, and maybe they have that old like Whitebeard status where it's just they have one support player who just loves the hell out of this hero, and they'll give it to him whenever they can.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean, again, they've sort of picked this like unorthodox support combo, right? They have Disruptor, Jakiro. So, I mean, the problem with running, I mean, it worked for them last game because the lanes all won. The problem is that if your lanes aren't winning, you're not going to be able to do anything. You can't roam, you can't gank. You're not really good at like TPing to save your allies.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really risky when you pick these kind of heroes.
It's very apparent that Leviathan are already building a team where they would rather get a lot more done in the lanes themselves than moving apart from those lanes and trying to add pressure elsewhere. It would already be hard enough as it is anyways because Puck is the mid laner, and that's one of the trickiest heroes to try to take down early, just so elusive. So they're not going to worry about maybe doing that. So Puck is going to have free will, I would imagine, in this mid lane matchup when he goes toe-to-toe with who I would wager being the Razor, unless they swip it and try to go with like a Medusa instead. But I mean, I agree with you. It's a big team fight, heavy impact. I want to say that Leviathan were banking on maybe getting a hold of that Faceless Void, but Faceless Void was banned after the Jakiro, because the Jakiro Faceless Void combo is just insanely good. The Ice Path Macropyre like guaranteed land, and we'll see probably him pick up a Yules in the near future and going that. And as of recently, it's really been a fantastic hero, at least in my opinion. Oh boy.
It's actually funny because both Jakiro and Disruptor have these big AoE magic damage ults, and Medusa makes you take no magic damage. during Stone Gaze. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. You're right. So that's a bit funky. That's really funky. Well,
Yeah,
here's one guy who hates the hell out of Magic and will hopefully have his way with those set supports and being able to rip it home. Yeah, the anti-fun. I don't see this hero played in these games very often.
10 seconds remaining.
I like AM a lot against their heroes. Like the only hero that's good against AM on the other team is Disruptor, right? But then if you glimpse AM back, like what do you have to kill him?
Yeah, no
you can
other
ice path
lockdown.
and then
a kinetic field
use
temporary holds them, but the blink is so small. Yeah, you're banking on that. You glimpse him back, and you already have the Static Storm down.
5 seconds.
And maybe luxury later on is you get a hold of an Agnums or something or that Static Storm. But here we go. This is a guy who loves to get a hold of an Anti-Mage and get that Doom on him. Oof. So that's a bit nerve-wracking here for Anti-Mage. I don't know if this is going to pressure him into getting a Lincoln Sphere or something, but this is interesting. Nice counter back-and-forth draft. As we'll see if it ends up working here. For HotHands hand warmers, they are going to need a win here to progress on further. And for Team Leviathan, formerly known as Flipside Tactics, they would love to be able to secure another easy win and move on into the semifinals of the Summit 2, brought to you by G2A.com. Let's go ahead and lead things off. I will start with your Radiant team. We got Sunken here for Team Leviathan playing your Disruptor. I believe they switched it up. It was Sunken who played the Lena last game, so they're not having the same standard Disruptor, so that throws my Whitebeard theory out the window. Meanwhile, right behind, it's going to be Shredder. He was your Alpine Ursa before. Doesn't have a fancy Medusa set this time, but is going to play that Medusa up in the top lane. Just nearby, we got Mr. Wait, hold on here. This purple name in the green. New Sham. He's playing your Jakiro. Mid lane, it's Shibby. He's going to be playing your Razor. And along the bottom, it's Jenkins, who's going to be playing what looks like a solo safe lane Doom.
And in the mid lane, we're going to have Drop playing the Puck. And the support Wraith King will be played by...
Good
luck. How do you say this guy's name?
I said Melisum. Melisum C. Caliente.
C. Caliente?
Yes, hot.
Excellent. Krogos playing the support bench. And Cheese playing the anti-mage. These guys have the most amazing names.
Now you know how it feels, all right? When you players are throwing together these crazy-ass names, and like I feel like part of it's like, try to say this name, you fool, and you make me look bad. But I've gotten to the point where
playing the Tidehunter.
I'm just going to butcher the name on purpose, and if you don't like it, well then change your frickin' name, because you know, Frugs, I mean, I love the guy, and he gave me a nice shout-out, but Frogos, like, I don't know. I'll just do what I can, and you'll just have to suffer, all right? I mean, they're looking for early aggression, though, in this mid lane, that's for sure. They have a fair amount of lockdown here. Two stuns with your Wraith King and your Vengeful. They would love to kick Shibby down really early if they can.
Yep. Looks like they're going for an aggro tri-lane again. Both teams went for an aggro tri-lane in this game. Very interesting, actually.
They ran into Jenkins here in the woods, and they do lock him down twice, but they only take him down to half-life. The Satyrs are, leave Doom alone, trying to scratch him in the backside, but he's looking to make his way out. They're going to need a few more right clicks. He already eats the tree, and we got a second Ray Fire Blast coming in. Oh, a few more right clicks. Do we have another Magic Missile? Not quite yet, but they don't even need it. There's your first blood grab on the hands of HotHands as they strike first in a game where they will very much need a victory here. So strong start from them, and Doom will fall.
And then one thing I wanted to point out during the draft, so this Doom pickup, Doom can't solo kill Anti-Mage anymore because it doesn't disable passives, so his spell shield will actually work during all of Doom.
Oh my gosh,
so
I didn't even
Doom's
think of
damage
that.
gets reduced significantly against Anti-Mage.
Well, I guess it's still utilized as a silence, so there's that.
Yeah,
where you can try to lock him in place. But yeah, you're right.
Doom used to be able to just like solo kill Anti-Mage.
Oh wow, so it's more utility, I would imagine. I hope Leviathan thought of that when they got this grab, because I didn't even think of that. It's one of those more recent changes, of course, in 6.82 is the Doom getting taken down a bit, because this guy was played all over the place last patch. So they definitely wanted to take him down a notch. He doesn't have the most optimal Kree. He's got the Shockwave here, but he'll make do with it as much as possible. But we're going to get another audible switch. It's Anti-Mage who heads actually all the way to the top lane here, and they might consider sending their Tidehunter down to the bottom to go toe-to-toe with that Doom, as we are still seeing rotations from these two VS and Wraith King combo here as they want to go towards the top.
Invisibility.
These rotations are pretty interesting. They're just going to keep going back and forth, I guess, for whichever lane the tri-lane isn't with the AM. and just have the supports like babysit and try to get kills against the solos, I guess. It looks like they're gonna try to dive.
They got these new this new pathway to work with. Makes ganking a little bit easier in this Radiant off lane. And His Majesty.
He should die here.
Oh, they know. He's like, I'm going way past for this one. There's your Rayfire Blast. They kind of second guess the commitment there. I don't know. This is going to take a lot of sweatiness here if they want to take her down. They're committed, though, and they should be able to get it, and they do. Nice grab right there. It's Mellison who gets the last hit in. Oh, Disruptor's also
no TPs on any of the support heroes, so that was an easy kill.
That's unfortunate there. Sunken, though, catches out. Oh, Kinetic Field is just going to be a little too late. Uh-oh. Frogos is like, hey, they're all coming. I got to get the hell out of here. But nope, that glimpse says, get the hell back here, and they're going to get one more right-click in. That's a swift revenge kill right there, and VS, unfortunately, was just the soldier left behind here for the side of HotHands. But they get on the board. Leviathan now 1 and 2.
Yep. The supports go top, AM goes bottom.
Yeah, they are just
They're actually just going to make this AM just dodge these support heroes all game.
They are running back and forth.
Farm.
Constant audible plays from both teams. And a Tidehunter now just mingling through the jungle. And he's like, I don't even know where I'm supposed to go now at this point. As he, is that the Squiddles? He's got the Squiddles, I think. Let me see. I got to see this. I don't know why. Yeah, it is Squiddles. The Squiddles hat. I like that hat. Do you like that hat?
Which hat?
The hat on Tidehunter.
I like the
pirate hat?
The no, it's like the one that looks like a dragon head. It's like a bones. I don't know what the hell.
Oh, I know, like the skull or whatever. The skull.
And it's
hat.
like rainbow colored or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay. Fine, to each their own, I guess. But
oh,
they're looking to go for the king. Mellison now needs help as they get the VS to rotate in, and there's your ice path. They can't quite commit for the kill, so they'll just kind of do some more harassment. But Disruptor's right there. He's got to get a Thunderstrike off if they want good vision. He actually doesn't have it. No level on Thunderstrike. He went with the glimpse in the Kinetic Field. There's Kinetic Field going to work. It's going to hold him bit. There's your ice path locking him in place. This is going to allow Jakiro to salve up and get away. And now Tidehunter under the gun. And the glimpse back. Oh, no. Puts him right in. Anchor smash. And now Jakiro gets stunned about. He might fall here. Gets out Liquid Fire. Oh, the damage. There's your ice path, and Razor's here. Quickly takes down 2. For the side of Leviathan here, they take it right back. That was a bit of a hot mess of a fight as it goes back and forth. And there's your glimpse going right to work, bringing Tidehunter right in it. But nice grab there, 3-2.
For a second there, I thought Dire was going to win that engagement, and then Razor came.
Isn't that always the case? Just Razor unconventionally just happens to show up to the party when you don't want him there and rolls on through and knocks everything over, and you're just like, why, dude? Why?
What an annoying hero.
Just comes in and he smells bad and just real annoying. But he's making it work in the mid lane, though. He is at 17 and 10. Puck, though, just an inch ahead, 19 and 8. So relatively even, and he can easily avoid out any extra damage from that little vortex. And he'll step back. And for bottom lane, no, go ahead.
They smoked to this Doom, and then they just broke the smoke because they ran through the lane, and then they didn't kill him.
Doom is getting close to level 6, though. Real close.
Yep.
But AM is ahead in CS, man. 32 and 6. He is having a relatively good time finding the farm, even though he had to change lanes a couple of times. He's looking to go that early makings of that Vanguard, it looks like. Hey, I think I found who's going to be getting the Crimson Guard there, buddy.
No.
What?
No, he's not. He's getting a Claymore.
Oh, I'm an idiot. You're right. I just saw the Stout Shield in the ring, and I was just like, ooh, Vanguard.
I was really scared that he thought of it.
No, you're right. You're right. They're going on mid lane, though. Shibby going to get caught out with a stun. There's a second stun follow-up. They want to take down the Razor, and they do. Nice grab. I'm going to divert attention away from me being an idiot as they quickly get the kill on Razor in that mid lane, evening it up 3 for 3. But, yeah, you're absolutely right. I guess it's just I'm rusty on my AM play, but they were side by side, and that confirms that the Claymore grabbed as well. And who knows? Maybe one day he'll turn that Stout Shield into something. You never know. There's hope. Maybe? No? Fine. Whatever. Uh-oh. Top lane. They want Tide, and they got him. Kinetic Field guarantees the kill with the follow-up Ice Path, and it's Disruptor, though, who takes the last hit in. Shredder would love to get some of these kills, but unfortunately not getting the benefit. They also take down that Tier 1 tower, so he's actually getting a pretty nice set of farm here on this Medusa. He's behind the AM, but he's got his phase. He's got his Bassi. Still going to go that early Aquila kind of a build, but yeah, back towards the bottom. I see the back end of it. It's Doom that gets taken down and trying to return fire here. Wraith King not 6 yet. They'd love to take him down as much as possible before he gets that ult. Your Glimpse back. Do they have the damage follow-up? They do. Medusa rotates in, and there's your first kill on Shredder. But AM wants Medusa. Goes on forward, gets some right clicks in, but will step back. Oh, wow, Ice Path on 2. Liquid Fire follow-up forces him to retreat, and he's going to have to try to rejuvenate up a little bit more.
That is some commitment. They just TP'd 3 heroes to the bot lane to get 1 kill, 1 support kill. I don't think that's worth it.
Well, they did already take down
so
the tier 1 in the top lane, so I don't know how much more they would have gotten. Maybe they're just like, okay, we can plan ourselves here and maybe go for the tier 1 bottom next.
I mean, when you push up the top lane like that, and your heroes are missing as the Doom goes on the AM with Doom, but like I said, there's just no way you solo kill this hero with Doom anymore.
Yeah, he's got only 1 level in Spell Shield, but as you can see, a level 1 Doom and a level 1 Spell Shield just means that he only gets taken down a little bit. Yeah, and that would have been like much more severe in the recent patch, but now it's apparent that's pretty much a lingering silence with some damage involved. And now Doom has been lingering around too long as he gets caught out here by 3, and really there's nowhere he can go, and even the creeps are in on it, planting him in his place. And well, Doom falls, and now we're back even again, 5 for 5. Mid lane, or not mid lane, well, I am watching mid lane. The net worth, though, Leviathan only slightly in their favor as Razor puts out some extra damage here on Drop. Drop would love to start using this coil, though, and they might go for it here. If VS can get to her level 6, it would set up a pretty nice swap initiation, but for now they're just weighing it out, and Shibi's going to just continue to farm as long as he can.
Looks like they're going to get this bottom tower pretty much for free.
They glyph it.
No contest.
That's good.
Yep. Using that patch.
Oh yeah, Medusa gets
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
It's pretty much to be expected though when you have an anti-mage. You're probably going to lose all your outer towers. I mean your tier 1s at least. And then, you know, hopefully the AM has the Battle Fury by then and he can start applying pressure to the other tier 1s.
That's pretty much like the go-to when you're going against any real severe 4 Protect 1, whether it's your Spectres, whether it's your Nagas, or what have you. You want to punish them by taking down those towers before they're ready to actually fight. And Wolfrugs gets caught out, as you see right there. Kinetic Field sets for another easy Ice Path land, so he's actually landing a good amount of Ice Paths here in this game, even without the help. And Shredder eats a stun, but easy to walk away right now. He's not doing any levels in Split Shot. He's just maxing out his Mystic Snake with a couple in Mana Shield. I really haven't seen the Stone Gaze used quite yet, but instead just more Focus Fire on the farm. So, you know, it was funny because now I remember, it's all coming back to me now, I guess you could say FRL, is the last time we watched this Medusa in play during the draft as, hold on here, Cheech. He whipped in the back end here. He's preserving his blink and finally uses it. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'll take a few more licks first and then I'll go. But the last time we saw the Medusa picked up, I was like toying with the idea of an OD being grabbed because of his new Agnum's buff would just really wreck on a Medusa and bring her mana now next to nothing. But AM is also a strong contender on taking it to Medusa, so the late game is going to be a bit interesting to see is how Medusa will hold up. Mid lane, though, they're making it go. Wraithfire Blast leads out on Jenkins. Silence to follow up here, and there's your coil. And, man, Jenkins for the second time just getting gang beaten down right there. But, wow, look at that. The Wraith King falls. The Doom gets his last bit of effort in and takes down the Wraith King. Wraith King's... Wait, what? I guess he didn't have mana for his level 6? I guess not.
Huh.
I guess he committed a Wraithfire Blast without calculating the mana necessary. I didn't click on him in time.
No, I actually... Wait. I know what happened.
Oh, did he level up?
6 because he leveled up when the Doom died, and then he just didn't level up his skill fast enough.
Kids,
or he didn't want to use it.
You gotta learn your little hotkey clicks there to quickly get those skills underway, especially on a crucial hero like Wraith King. It could be the difference between life and death. Duly noted. I say that, but I bet I wouldn't do it. I bet I would have flubbed as well, and I would have went down real hard. Oh, Kinetic Field, silence. They want to take down Puck, and Puck is going to go right for the TP. Oh, nope, not going to happen. Puck gets ripped down, and for a hero that's so elusive, that Static Storm sure does come in handy for situations like that. So Sunken getting work in with that Disruptor, and they ping out. They know that Frogos is right behind this tower area, and they do bully him back and put their attention on this tier 1.
And AM's completed his Battle Fury. 12 minutes. That's usually wanted about 11 if you're rushing it, I think, with like no other items. So it's not a terrible timing.
Pretty good to me, and he's just going to continue to enhance his farm with that Battle Fury and hope that the attention will be diverted elsewhere, but we'll see. The thing is also, you know, maybe Medusa and AM Medusa doesn't match up the best against an AM, but they have that Doom. And if AM doesn't go Lincoln's to prevent it, he can get locked down still. And also you got to consider the silence of Disruptor. Like, it could be rough. Uh-oh. Moving on in like a man is Shibby. Oh, the Ravage return, the swap back right now. Your first to fall is going to be Racer, but now attention here. He actually throws out the Doom on Wraith King, who has his ult, so that's a bit iffy right there. But regardless, they're still pursuing on bottom lane. They want Disruptor. They get a nice ice path to slow the roll of AM. Your TP here, and he will make it out. That crystal field, the kinetic field does prevent him, but still only a 1-for-1 as it looks like Leviathan do quickly scramble out of there.
Wow, that was so close to THD dying. The kinetic field like barely blocked the AM's vision around the tree, and so he couldn't man avoid him.
Oh yeah, I didn't even consider the fog vision right there, so... Yeah, Disruptor.
Well played.
Well played. And he likes to do what I do is, you got to get that glimpse maxed out immediately because the range is ridiculous. They say you can glimpse someone out of a different game. It's just so long. That was speaking of glimpses, though, was that a glimpse? That was a bad glimpse right there.
That was a glimpse.
Not your best glimpse.
Well, I mean, he glimpsed him after the blink, but it didn't really do anything.
1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Oh, well. Anyways, Cheech now resides back into his jungle, wants to build up his farm. What do you wager is going to be next on this AM's hit list as far as items go? Is it going to be like a BKB kind of a grab, or is he going to...
Treads Vlad's, I think.
Oh, yes, the Vlad's. His Shredder pops out his mana shield. Might have been lingering in the wrong neighborhood and gets blown up from Cheech and his mana void. Jakiro shows up and is just like, knock it off, but can't really get anything done.
AM actually needs so many items this game. He needs a BKB for this Disruptor, I think.
And Jakiro.
And you just need the Manta.
Uh-oh, from behind. They're making it go on AM, but they don't see that Puck and Wraith King are right behind you as they get coiled up, and Disruptor quickly falls and smell my butt, I like to say, as he body blocks him a bit right there. Right Fire Blast to follow, and this is going to be another support takedown as Jakiro falls. Make it 3 all day in favor of HotHands as they are looking to make a comeback here and now go on this Tier 1 tower.
It looks like they should get this tower pretty easily.
All right, swift and easy here.
Zam's having an easy game right now.
Radiant's top tower has
certainly is.
Looks
and
like he went for the treads.
Tower. Very good stuff.
I mean, he's either gonna go Vlad's or Manta, I think. I would go Vlad's, I think, this game. He really needs to start accelerating his farm and get ahead of all these Radiant heroes.
Yeah. He moves on in, sees the triple stacked Ancients, and they would love to take this one away, but Disruptor doesn't want any of that. Drops the Kinetic Field Static Storm. They want to follow it up here. Wraith King falls, but he's got Reincarnate. Rogos might not be so lucky, and he does go down, but here comes Ty. Jumps in, gets doomed after the Ravage, but still should be able to fall from that damage, and they do whip him on the back end. It's a 2-for-0 here in favor of Leviathan. Jakiro considering making a go on the Puck. Meanwhile, near the lane, can he get the glimpse? He has one more second. Does he have the vision? He does not. He can't get quite in range. But regardless, still a promising fight right there. Leviathan taking it back, preventing HotHands from thinking about getting greedy and going for the Ancient stack, and they make him pay. And now they move themselves into this mid lane, and they want to start stacking up some liquid fires on this Tier 2 tower.
Yep. And it looks like they're just going to get this tower now.
Jump in. Coil on 4. Nice grab from Drop. He actually gets netted up, but does go back. Ice Path return Kinetic Field. They want to put it on Stone Gaze. Locks Wraith King in place. He has no ultimate, and they send Tidehunter packing right back to base with that glimpse. And now their focus going to be on this VS. Long Ice Path catches, but they don't follow it up. They instead catch out on the side and quickly take down that Puck. Leviathan still coming out strong here. That send back from Tide really nerfs him back a bit. And, I mean, given he had no Ravage to work with now, but they still want more. That glimpse not so promising, but still gets the job done as they take down the VS, turn back towards the tower, and take that down. So just when we thought that things were going pretty promising for HotHands, Leviathan come back with 2 back-to-back big fights. They take down another tower. Given that Cheech has still been farming here, he wants his Tier 1. He gets his Tier 1. Now we'll walk away from this bottom lane.
They can't be taking these engagements. They really just need to like split the map, let the AM farm, try to farm up on their cores. I feel like if they get to their items, like in the late game, they'll be completely fine. Like if they get to this Refresher on Tide and, you know, the six-slot anti-mage. Because AM has probably the two of the best scaling supports on his team. Like, Venge scales insanely well, and so does Wraith King.
Oh, yeah. These two have very high ceilings of potential with that extra bit of damage. Yeah. The aura from Vengeful Spirit can do some serious right-click. Even when you don't have the best of items, you can make it work. And, of course, Wraith King has the utility aura of that leech. And he'll be able to pack a punch with that crit as well. So late game looks pretty good for HotHands, but it's really still, in my opinion, like up in the air. Doom can get to a point where he's a bit of a problem. And Razor, I mean, we've seen games where Razor's almost taking the games back just by himself. But top lane, though, they're making a go. They see drop, they get the Doom, and, well, Macropart not going to be there, but yeah, quick deny. Nice deny, though, coming out from Venge. And
Venge is going to live.
Wow, makes it out and back to base. Very nice stuff, though. They do lose the puck. It's still pretty profitable, I'd say, for Team Leviathan, but no benefit of the kill with that swift deny.
Yep. Good deny.
Good deny.
Good deny. No gold either. Just gold lost on the part.
Looking to run back. Ice Path going to be right there, and Doom makes a slip escape, or he's trying to at least, but there's your Ravage. Actually catches on both Jakiro and Doom. Their focus fire to Jakiro first. Glimpses back the AM, but that's only temporarily. Now their attention is going to be on the Doom as they keep pushing forward. And yeah, he has no more mana to work with. And well, Ray Fire Blast follow up, and that will secure it. 2-0 now, trade. Back and forth we go. HotHands on top of that one as Razor gets his own farm in the mid lane. But yeah, they come right back. AM going for Yasha, so it could be that Manta. No Vlads.
Yep. Went for the Vlads. He's going to start working on this Manta. Hopefully have it by, I would say, the 22 to 23 minute mark. I don't know if he's going to get it quite at that timing. I think that's like the timing for AM players. Oh, he's going to get this triple stack on Radiant, though. Thanks to the Vlad's pickup. I bet that actually influenced his decision slightly.
Did he sell?
I don't actually know why this is stacked. Oh, never mind. They have a Medusa.
Oh.
No,
changed
it's on the courier.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was like looking for it. Oh, almost gets caught out with that Ice Path quickly. Oh! Oh, they brought him back with a glimpse! Nice grab! Sunkin has the vision with the Thunder Strike and times out the glimpse that when he gets out, he comes right back home. And that was swift. And I gotta tell you, as a Disruptor player, that gets me going. That gets me going. I feel good about that one.
I was wondering, I was like, he has Thunderstrike on him, why isn't he dying? And then he got the TP off, and I was like, oh, I guess he's just living, and then he got glimpsed back.
That's good stuff. Also works very nicely against your Tinkers and any other heroes that love to swiftly get away. You got to get the Thunderstrike first, because with heroes like that that are very elusive, that extra vision can be crucial, because Glimpse's range
Thank
is
God
just
I don't have to worry about that hero anymore.
So disgusting. Why? You don't play him?
Oh, no one plays that hero anymore in pubs.
I play him.
Unless they're on your team, of course. No, not that hero. Tinker.
Oh, Tinker. Yeah.
We said it was good against Tinker, and I was like,
yes.
we don't have to worry about that hero anymore.
You're right. Some teams have tried to play him since the patch, and it was not pretty. Not pretty.
No.
Well, top lane, though, they're adding pressure. Liquid Fires begin to stack up, and this tower is crumbling rather quickly. They do have the Glyph if they want to make something happen here. They have Coil. Wraith King has his ult, so they could put up a bit of an effort here if they'd like. Actually, I think that's going to be the case. They also have Ravage and Blink. So Leviathan see a couple here. They don't see anyone else on the map. They might need to second-guess making a fight, or maybe they feel confident about it. I mean, you have your Doom ready to go. You have your Static Storm, so this could be a big clash right here if they want to make a go at it right now. But they're lingering.
I don't agree with what HotHands is doing here. They should just be split pushing with this AM. I mean, he could have been pushing mid or bottom and like forced a TP, a reaction or something, and then he could TP to the fight and make it, 4v5.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, as he was lingering in the neighborhood up top in case a fight was to break out. But once the tower goes down, he's like, I'm done. Goes now to the enemy side of the jungle. He sees a small double stack right here, and will take that up for himself. Now with Vlad's and his Yasha now complete, looking to build forward into that Manta, but he's got a couple more slots to fill before he could put the team up on his back in this game. And for the other side, Leviathan, they're feeling pretty good. This Shredder Medusa did opt for the Linken's build, so gets that extra bit of resources, and we'll see where she takes it from here. She already has her Yasha, just could be into your Manta, but looking pretty sharp.
Probably Manta.
Oh, this is interesting.
Looks like a smoke on Dire. I wonder if they're going to try for Roche, or if this is just a fighting smoke.
Well, they ping the Roche.
Looks like it's a Roche. It looks like they know, though.
Yeah, this is interesting.
They have an idea.
How's it going, everyone? Hey, I see you're going for Roche here. Mind if I just wallow in? Did they not notice the Razor there? Oh my god, Static Storm catches on all! Oh, this is a slaughter! Holy crap! That takes down 3 immediately, the return of the King, but he falls once more. Make it 4. Oh, that was the worst situation you could ask for, going in for Roche, and they just... Oh, thank you for the Roche, everyone! Oh man, that's devastating.
Why did they do that without words?
I don't know, but... It was like a good 2-3 seconds that Razor's in there with him, like, guys, hi.
Oh, Razor had Invis.
Oh, he did? Oh, it was just so like transparent. Maybe I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I didn't notice. When they didn't react, I clicked on his hero and saw it.
See, that makes more sense. I'm like, are they really that oblivious? So make it 5. They get it. Oh man, a complete team wipe from Leviathan. They're looking to end this one quick. This could be a swift series here. 21 and 12. And it was looking a lot more promising from HotHands here, but now their base slowly starting to take a bit of damage, though. Still relatively early in the game. Those death timers pretty small. And they have all the ults, so they didn't get the benefit of using it just because that Static Storm was just perfectly put right on top of their heads. And yeah, without the proper ward coverage, which at this Roche area they had none. No sentry, no nothing. They would have seen the Razor. They would have reacted a lot better, and that's rough.
I don't know why you would do that without... And they just needed an observer ward, like on a hill somewhere, you know, around Roche, so that they could see heroes like walking towards them. But even then, if Radiant was just smoked, I mean, the same thing would have happened, right?
Yeah, it's true. But they weren't smoked.
Oh. Yeah, they weren't.
I know.
That's just not a good play if you have an anti-mage. At some point, once anti-mage gets to 3 items, he can actually threaten to solo Roche with his Vlad's builds, which is what they should have done. So they should have just like showed heroes on the map when AM could threaten Roche, and then just have AM blink into Roche.
Yeah.
It's really hard to defend.
Well, that one ended up really coming back to bite them on the ass as they're trying to get a tier 1 done here in the mid lane, but here comes your rotation. Medusa jumps into the scene. Oh, he can't get the Ravage off. Another good Static Storm. Oh, he's silenced there. He finally gets it off. It catches on 3, but they've already taken down the Doom. The Glimpse all the way back into the mix right there, but they still want Tide. They get the Tide down. Wraith King trying to get out. He does, but meanwhile, Razor takes down the Vengeful Spirit. Still a troublesome fight right now for HotHands as they trade 2 for 1. Only Leviathan losing the Doom. And, oh, man. Times are trouble. You can't even get the tier 1. You know that you're having a bit of a hard time here.
I don't know. They keep having this AM grouped with their team. This, like, isn't how you play anti-mage.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, sure, there's a point in the game when AM can be grouped with his team, but...
He needs to be selfish.
Yeah.
A lot more selfish. Just farm on his own. Accept the fact that you're just going to lose towers. Maybe lose a couple of team fights because your team is going at it 4 versus 5. But, yeah, being a part of these fights and risk getting taken down and caught out is going to put you so much further behind than you would like to be. And now he's being selfish, but at this point, their racks are being contested. So this might be the wrong time to be selfish, but... They do pull back, and they don't want to overcommit, it looks like. But as I say that, Leviathan is still lingering about. They know that they don't have the Rampage. Wraith King does not have his ultimate. Oh, a glimpse back, but not going to be glimpsed far enough into the heat of the fight. They're still dancing. Oh, nice catch on 2. This Disruptor doing very nice work with the ultimate. Takes down Wraith King. Anti-Mage pulls out the Manta to get away with the silence and does blink out. Barely gets away. VS still, though, will fall. Rax 1 to fall right now, and they're going to go for the other one. And HotHands jumps in and gets a silence from Puck, but no coil. Oh, glimpse back. How you doing there? Oh, drop does avoid the ice path. Waits it out. No blink available and will go down. Shibby now, unstoppable. This could be another swift game as HotHands struggling to hold it out in this one. This is just heartbreaking for the HotHands squad, or rather Leviathan looking very, very good.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure what they can do at this point, actually. I mean, after that Rush debacle or disaster, this game gets really difficult. Like, this AM's not safe anywhere. This Disruptor actually has an Aghanims now. So he can't even use items when he gets glimpsed. He can't Manta out.
15k gold lead right now for Leviathan, over 10k XP lead. Is showing a slippery slope that I don't think HotHands are going to be able to climb back up, as your Aghanims is now going to be complete on your Razor. That is going to be even more troublesome already. AM trying to do his own side farm, but he gets doomed up. Ice Path will catch. Can this dynamic duo take down AM alone? And if they do, that is just showing how troublesome they're having, and they will. That burn is going right through even the Spell Shield, and that is it. Even level 3 Spell Shield won't be able to hold because he has an Ags and he's following the whole way home. And wow. Well, top lane though, they're making it go. Yep. There's your static field again. Does work. Tidehunter goes down. Can't get Ravage off once more. Wicked sick for Sunken, and I have to agree, he's been playing a wicked sick Disruptor. There is your. Give me one more second for Glimpse if needed. If he uses it, okay, he's just going to Kinetic Field. That's a safe bet. Locks him in place, and this allows Shibby to just hammer it home right now. Pops his BKB, so the Blade Mail will pretty much do next to nothing. He still wants more. He's out for Fairy Blood right now. He wants that puck. Come here, little girl. Can't quite get it, though. Does manage to slip away. Oh, there he got him. I didn't even see where the hell he went, that slippery little bugger. But they got it done here, and now they're going for their next set of base racks right now, and rough stuff for HotHands here, as they might see their Summit 2 life just kind of fall away. And the racks are now going to be...
I wouldn't be surprised if they called it soon.
Yeah, this is...
They might give it one more college try.
Yeah! Big Ravage! But do we have follow-up? Do we have the follow-up? AM comes in, and he goes back to base. That glimpse sends him home. Swap forward. They're trying their best to keep them in the fight, but it ends up falling short as VS can't even make anything happen after that swap ends up falling. Medusa's like, oh, let's go, baby. Now AM's finally back in here. Oh, Kinetic Field's going to slow his roll a bit, though. And, man, Leviathan just have an answer for everything in these fights. Every time HotHands makes a go in, it's all about Leviathan just taking it right to him. And pressure in the meanwhile was being added here on the bottom.
Lincoln Sphere.
Oh, he did. Oh, that's rough.
Disaster. Story of the game right there.
What a disaster. It is just hard times. Hello, how's it going? Have a Doom, buddy. Doom and Net and Ice Path and Cheech will fall, and if that doesn't get a good game out, I don't know what will. HotHands are done for, and there it is. There is just nothing they can do. It looks like Team Flipside are just a completely different team than they once were before in their previous matchup, but now they come out better than ever. Shout out to Dota from Shibby, but still big stuff coming out from Leviathan. The Shin God, Jesus Christ. So a win for Leviathan puts them into the next round, the semifinals. Here for the Summit 2, brought to you by G2A.com. That was a great play. Any last thoughts on the game itself, sir? A disaster.
Nope. Disaster. Really was.
All right. Well, we'll see ya. That was going to conclude our Summit 2 American action for today. So props to the victors. Team, I already forgot their name. Ziz's team. Snares? Science Boys?
Sciencey stuff.
Sciencey stuff.
I don't know,
something like that.
SNES. But
SNES. Yeah. The Science Boys, they win 2-0. And now Team Leviathan, they win 2-0. Both teams move on to the semifinals. We'll be back tomorrow for more Summit 2 action. America is brought to you by G2A.com. We're bringing you the action. I am Dakota. You can catch me on Twitter at CoddleGuy. Again, thank you so much for joining me, sir. It's Kevin, F4L. Catch him over on his Twitter at F4LDota. Thank you so much for hanging around, folks. Please hit follow on the channel. We appreciate all the support you're giving to us. Please take care. We'll catch you on the next one.